Who is next to sign? Will it be the Yankees signing Cody Bellinger? Not according to Buster Olney. He said the Yankees are now operating under the assumption that Bellinger is going to sign elsewhere.
Yeah, posturing.
By the Yanks? To be like, well, that's it.
They have a 5-year deal on the table, and now they're like, oh, he's not taking it.
So we think it's.
So we're going to move on.
Yeah, we think it's 530, and they're like, you don't appreciate.
He has not been offered a 6-year deal,
right?
According to numerous sources.
So maybe it's 5.
Okay.
If it's not 6, then it's 4 or 5.
I'll tell you this much right now, and I've learned a lot since we talked Bellinger last time. First of all, I was told that the Bregman signing should open up some free agent signings, other ones, because now there's a little bit more of an established market.
Okay.
Second of all, we had a whole conversation. I was like, if you go back this many years, what I was told is teams usually and agents only go back the last 3 years.
For comps?
For comps.
Now, agents do that or teams do that?
I think both.
Both? Okay.
So then the other thing that's interesting to me is you can make an argument, and certain people make this argument, that Bellinger for the last 3 years has actually been better than Bregman. And he's 2 years younger. I'm not saying that he gets more than Bregman, but I'm saying some people out there could make a case that he should get more than Bregman.
What about
and a longer contract?
Don't you think
that's where you hear the 7 years?
Yeah, but Bregman also has a sauce to him that
I'm not.
Listen,
I'm not. I'm just saying what people are saying.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but agree or disagree. Bregman and say Kyle Schwarber, right, in different ways a little bit, but have a certain sauce that amplifies their value.
I'm not going to. The media and people in their clubhouse have come out and said Bregman makes everyone better. Schwarber makes everybody better. So teams see this in the media repeatedly, and they're like, "Oh, he can make our team better. Let's bring him in."
I think they make a little extra.
It matters because then if there's a guy out there and like, "Oh, he doesn't really make anybody better," oh, we don't want to touch him.
Bellinger's cool.
Bellinger's great.
He's not Bregman. Everyone would say that.
No, but he's better defensively.
Yeah,
he earns a lot of his WAR defensively.
He's better defensively than Bregman.
Look at his WAR.
Yes,
his B WAR, D WAR, whatever it is.
I mean, different positions, but
it doesn't matter. Okay, last year Bregman. Who had a higher WAR last year, Bregman or Bellinger?
Bellinger.
Yeah. Okay.
Bregman also played 14 games, and how many?
Yeah, but he had almost a 2 WAR less, 3.5 to 5.1.
Way close.
Counting stat. Okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, Bellinger over the last 3 years, 9.9, 12.1.
Wait, I just want to document history right now. I'm on a different side of the coin here.
They had about the same WAR.
AJ is calculating WAR.
I'm just saying, this is how teams look at it. OPS plus 128, 116, 122 for Bregman. And for Bellinger, 125, 139, 111. Better for Bellinger. Last 3 years. I'm just going last 3 years.
I'm not.
Plus he plays center field. Plus he can play first base. Plus he'll steal you bases.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making the argument one's better than the other. I'm just saying the way I was told from people, this is how market teams and agents look at it. And they say, well, if the market for Bellinger or for Bregman is 175, you can make an argument Bellinger's actually better. He should get more, longer term and more.
Who do you want over the next 5 years? It's a show. We have to do it all. Who do you guys want over the next 5 years? I take Bregman.
I want both.
No, you can't do that.
You can't tell me what I can and can't do.
Okay, fine. But if you're abstaining, then you're abstaining. Kratz?
What team am I putting him on? Am I putting Bellinger on the Yankees?
Yeah, but you guys are doing defensive fits. Like, oh, he's a better defender than him. Like, they're playing two different positions.
WAR's supposed to be equal, though, Scott. It's your end-all, be-all stat.
Okay, so you have an opening in the outfield and at third base.
Which team? Which park and which team? Because park matters.
Bellinger doesn't need to be the Alex Bregman of the team because they have Judge. So to me, Bellinger's more valuable to the Yankees. So I take Bellinger. If you're making me choose, I love Bregman. I think Bregman to the Red Sox is more valuable than Bregman to the Cubs. People are going to be like, what does that even mean? You're an idiot. But to me, it's all based on how, if you're using that like intangible, Kyle Schwarber, Alex Bregman, they got the sauce, like you said, Scott, that plays at different places. That is if there's already an established leader on the team, that plays at different places. And maybe the Cubs needed that guy. We just heard that maybe Nico Horner was probably that guy for them. Or, Dansby Swanson is that guy. Whatever it is, but I think your sauce fits on a certain team differently. And I think Bellinger's ability to back up Ben Rice at first base if he goes to catch a few games gives him versatility. The fact that he can play center field if Trent Grisham has a down year, something happens. They're slotting a center fielder into left field, and he doesn't, if he lacks that Bregman leadership or Schwarber leadership, which is rare, elite type of leadership that we hear in the game, Judge has already got that. Judge is already the guy, and he's not going to step on Judge's toes.
It's a good explanation, and I want to double down. I like Cody Bellinger, and I think he's worth $30 million per year. We did this exercise on Friday together. We were like, if the Yankees are not offering him 5 years, shame on them.
Yes.
If Belly's asking for 7, I don't know if anyone else is going to give him 7 at that rate. That's just my guess. We don't know everything. And then 6, we were like, okay, I can see that.
But we also didn't have the Bregman contract now to look at either.
Sure.
And I know they're different players, different positions,
Different
all that.
ages.
But I'm just saying, if
You're
you,
younger.
if you go back and look at their numbers, it changes things.
6 at 130. Didn't we literally said 6 at 30 year 180, and I think everyone's happy. Didn't we say that?
Yeah, yeah. But nobody has gotten to 6 yet.
Then
so then if they say 5 150, I know it's less than Bellinger, then if that's all you got to take it, right?
If that's all you have, you got to take it. But if you've got some other team lurking, like the Cubs just did with the Red Sox.
Well, the Cubs have always been a rumored team for Bregman. Mm-hmm. It's not like they just came out. Like we had always said, oh, Bregman would fit last year. Remember, we said, oh, Bregman would fit nicely on the Cubs. We said that last year.
And the Tigers.
And the Tigers. Mm-hmm. And the Tigers definitely weren't pulling that trigger. And the Cubs, we didn't think would either.
Yeah.
Right. So then, but then after time, I mean, listen,
the Tigers did pull the trigger. They just came up short on last year, not this year.
But then for Bregman this year with the Cubs, like everyone, again, it goes back to every Red Sox fan just assumed he's going to be a Red Sox again.
Okay.
So and then they missed.
Yeah. So we're trying to figure out the place for him, and it does still feel like the Yanks. And so they're just having a good old-fashioned stare down right now.